Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Wednesday edition. I might be wondering, Wednesday? Don't you normally record on Friday? Well, yes, I do, but I have to record this 2 days early because Friday I'll be out taking care of errands, so I won't be able to record that day. And Thursday, which is tomorrow at the time of recording this, I'll be busy rendering out the finale for Eternal Sonata for the day, so I won't be able to record that day either. So, without further ado, we're recording this on a Wednesday. I haven't even edited the previous episode. It hasn't even gone live yet, so I don't even know what your guys' reaction to Godot is, but I hope that it was as warm as mine was. So without further ado, when we last left off, we were in the middle of court. We were beginning our cross-examination for Luke Atmey, and let's go ahead and continue. By the way, I just finished doing like a 30-minute recording session for Let's Go Random, so my voice isn't like 100% at the moment. It's been worn out slightly, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, it was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at that time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that he never saw him at the crime scene. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case. Okay, so first off, let's look at this. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mass, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened to his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened. Well, that's a difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all that I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. Oh, yeah. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see? You have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory is because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think that he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time was truly vanished into the air. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atmey. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Really? Okay. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. As you began to turn, darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. I don't see this obvious thing. What I want to say, as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. This is what we need to present evidence for. So as it stands now, we have the attorney's badge, Magatama, treasure exhibit poster. The only thing that I could think of is the Shichishito, or the mask brooch, publicity photo, or the security camera photo, or the camera data. Hold on. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Let's press this again. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened to for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. No, it can only be due to a subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby W. Ace Dunce. Okay, so this is what it is, I suppose. Maybe that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. That he didn't notice, but camera data? Nope, that's incorrect. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the, I thought. You don't sound very sure, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. I don't think that one made any points with the judge. Okay, so that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Would this really prove anything wrong? I don't think so. Wait, let's look at the photo. Security camera photo. He's carrying something, right? In this, he's carrying a box. There's a spilled paint. Did we present the security photo? We didn't. That's from the front. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. That's not... He would have to be... So which one do I present that for? Dancingly descended upon me. Will you present the photo for this one? Will that work? Nope, it wouldn't. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction of that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. No, it didn't. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Should we try it? Nope, that was wrong. I knew it. It sounded wrong. This evidence clearly reveals contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Wow, I'm getting torn. I'm getting ripped to shreds already. I knew this was gonna happen. Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Okay, so let's look at this again, from the very beginning. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Okay. That adds up. That's when the... Okay, so 1:30 is when the police came. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Okay. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. It was approximately 1 o'clock. Okay, so it has to be one of these two. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, instantly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Let's see. Ron's wallet. We didn't try using the security camera photo. Yes, we did. We did, actually. We tried that. We didn't try this. I don't think that's what they want, though. Would it? I don't think so. We're gonna try it out, just in case. Nope, that's incorrect. We're gonna get our guilty verdict on the first episode? I suppose so. They aren't, are they? This reminds me of that video. The evidence contradicts the testimony. No. Oh boy. Also, my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, instantly descended upon me. As I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, instantly descended upon me. Let's press this one again just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all that I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Gora, do you have a problem with the photo? No, he does not. Go ahead and drink that coffee. Good! Let's continue with the testimony. Okay. Let's go back to the very end to what Maya and that Phoenix and Maya's whatchamacallit. There's something suspicious about Detective Atmey. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Oh, they blatantly told me. I don't know. Okay. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? So, yeah, so that doesn't really tell me anything, does it? It tells me that he could not have noticed being hit. Not being hit, but what do I present? I already presented that. The security camera photo itself, like, would that even work? No, that's what I thought. So then the camera data? No, I don't want to save. Don't be stupid. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Now we're gonna get our not guilty verdict. So what evidence am I supposed to put for this, huh? Please save the effects over. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Rhonda Light, not guilty, for guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Rhonda Light is actually a lot taller than I thought he was. Interesting. I don't know. One of those things. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. It's a good thing that we saved before we did the, whatchamacallit, isn't it? Alright, so, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. I feel like this is what we need to present evidence for. As I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow, but maybe this one. Okay, so we tried the photo. Blackmail letter, Ron's wallet, what does that have to do with anything? The mask brooch, publicity photo. No, none of that. Did we try the camera data for this? No, we didn't. Okay. Do we need to present a profile? Because those are the only things that make sense for me. Like, I've tried everything else. Whoops, that didn't go so well. So I tried those three for all of them. So that's when my name was the infamous Master instantly descended upon me. What am I missing here? Like, the evidence that contradicts this should be the camera data or something. Did I, like, not present? I'm pretty sure that I presented the camera data for this one, too, did I not? Let's check this. The warehouse camera went off at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. Yeah, because nothing else... I don't think a profile would work. Would it? It's like they're talking about... Densely descended upon me. We tried the camera data for the other one, though. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. What am I missing here? We pressed those twice, so darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Maybe I was supposed to present it for this one. Maybe I was supposed to present stuff for this one. Let's try the camera data. Random slowdown. No. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. No, it doesn't. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops. Because, like, I don't see what else we could use to what else we could use before I could land a single strike. The security camera photo. No, that doesn't work either. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Huh, really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. What? What? Don't you see? That's... Okay, look, there's camera data. He should have noticed. I don't understand. Do I need this? No, that's not gonna work either. I don't see how that would, but it clearly... I tried the camera data, I tried the photo, I tried the shichishto. None of those are working. What is going on? I feel like I'm overlooking something really big right now. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. Okay, there's nothing contradictory. That's my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, instantly descended. Let me check all my evidence once again. The exhibit poster does nothing for me. The statue dancingly descended. That doesn't make... The mask calling card, camera data, shichishito, security camera photo, blackmail letter, Ron's wallet, key card, the mask brooch, publicity photo. Profiles. Well, you can see how old Godot is. Age, question mark. Prosecutor is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. Anyway. I hate to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to look this up just for video purposes. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. This is what I was supposed to do. So, just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. What we're supposed to present is the brooch. Somehow. Sure. Whatever. Mr. Atmey, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mr. Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atmey. Awkward pause. We'll see you guys in the next episode, I suppose.